So he did one advert then. So when I watch him, pop his eyes open, straight, and our friends on set. I asked myself, man, which small boy? God, who is this small boy? I was trying to convince myself that guy must be a genius, until I found out that he was more or less, maybe 10 or 20 years older than what I used to be. Yeah. So when I saw myself, looking somewhere like him, and above the age that I was supposed to be, taller than he was then, I said, okay, maybe someday I will be like this guy,
Ooh.
So that was why when the opportunity came, I didn't toy with it.
You didn't toy with it at all?
I left my studies. I was having lectures, but I got not the lecture at that moment, man. I went for audition, and luckily for me, I passed because I knew I was going to pass the audition. Of course, I knew, because right then in my secondary school days, I was a member of this school dramatic society. Yeah.
All right. It's very important this particular issue will come to. I'm not. It's unusual to be your height. To be your it's unusual. You're 29 now, and growing up, for example, I cannot believe that it wasn't tough. I mean, I am tall. I was very skinny, and they called me all kinds of names: Dogo, Long Mary, Ibale. All kinds of names.
They called me a lot. I was fat, and they called me.
They just never give you a break. Whatever you are.
You're tall and slim. You have
exactly.
I was fat, and they called me.
Excuse me. In those days, to be slim wasn't fashionable.
Yeah, in those days, to be fat was also not. I was fat, and they would sing for me.
So it was difficult for us. It must have been more difficult for you with the kids, with other people. How did you? How do you have such confidence? How did you come out of it not being scared and going into this kind of profession where everybody is staring at you?
Yeah, I've always seen myself as a captain. I never saw myself as a weakling. I always want to be atop every issue, Even my, though when I was growing up, I didn't mingle with my age mates. Because I had this love from people, So I always wanted to talk, discuss, be with my elder brothers or friends, older friends, So that gave me an edge over my peer groups, So what I did, I was strong.
You had to be.
I'm still strong, yeah.
So everybody try you.
So if you try me, then man, I don't give a damn more. Rescue you at any moment, So that in me, I was able to overcome some little, I call them kiddies hide and seek game, because if a kid find out that you have a disadvantage, even if you have one, maybe this what you call 4:30 in parentheses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One will be looking at you, the other will be very afraid. So
they are cross-eyed.
Yes, cross-eyed. So they will use it to make caricature of you.
Yes.
So sometimes, they would call me names. And as a little boy, I have my younger brother then who was taller than me, so the guy is strong. He was strong then, still strong. So he would just rush you immediately.
So you used to go around with him.
It becomes a two-party issue. So whenever someone does that, both of us
rush the person.
And they give you the blow that you will never forget. So that was the thing. So yeah, I was getting that, somehow it was becoming a part of me, because every now and then, even today and tomorrow, people still sometimes they play some kind of mischief for me. Some would want to say something, but I'm not going to change myself. If I was God, or if I had every opportunity to create myself, I would.
You look like who?
I'll use computer, maybe.
You look like.
You use a computer. What will you look like?
Laptop and
no, what would you look like? How would you create yourself?
Me? Well, I think I will make sure I lack nothing. height, gave me strong and everything.
You put everything.
God damn it, I will make myself look like a Robocop now.